Hi everyone, design technology lesson today. It's an electrical engineer study on a very famous lady called Edith Clarke. So Edith Clarke, a bit of background to her. She was a pioneer in electrical engineering who used maths to improve our understanding of electrical power transmission. That's how do we get electrical power from one place to another place without losing it. Her most famous contribution was the Clarke Calculator in 1921, so 100 odd years ago. And it was a graphical device that simplified the equations electrical engineers used in order to understand power lines. Obviously, they had a lot of maths that they needed to do, and it was very complicated maths that they needed to do. So her calculator made things so much quicker. So a few facts. She was born in 1883 in the state of Maryland in America. She died in 1958. She was 76 years old. She's American, is her nationality. She was the first woman to earn an electrical engineering degree from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. She was the first woman to teach in the engineering department at the University of Texas, and she received the Society of Women Engineers Achievement Award for her contributions to stability theory and circuit analysis. She began her career as a computer. That's what they used to call these women who were very, very gifted at mathematics. They were like human computers. In support of the engineers working to build the first transcontinental phone lines across America. Now, transcontinental means it goes right across the continent, and America is a very, very, very big place. So after they'd invented the phone, what they were trying to do was to be able to connect the phone line. So if you were in New York on the East Coast, that you'd be able to make a phone call to Los Angeles on the West Coast. Now, that was harder than it looks, especially when you're laying cable across a few thousand miles. She also helped develop and build the Hoover Dam, contributing her technical expertise to develop and install the turbines that generate the hydroelectric power, and it still does that to this day. So what happens is water flows out of the reservoir behind it, and as it flows through, it makes the turbines turn in the dam, which generates electricity. Now, she used analyzers to gather data about the electricity grid. It was an innovative idea at the time that can be seen as a first step towards a smart grid technology. So it's putting power where it needs to be. In 2015, she was posthumously, that means after her death, inducted into the Inventors Hall of Fame, joining the likes of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Sorry, my brain's gone blank today. Nikola Tesla. For her invention of the Clarke Calculator. Now, there's a couple of YouTube video links there, and if you open up the document that goes with this on the school's website, you'll be able to access those videos, and that should tell you a little bit more about Edith Clarke's life. This link here is definitely worth watching, and it is the narration of Edith Clarke's part in this book called Women in Science, 50 Fearless Pioneers Who Changed the World. I have a copy of this in class, and I'll show you this when you get back into school, but it's definitely worth a watch. Again, the link is on that other document. Again, we've got an online biography of Edith Clarke here, so famous people. Now, this is not a video, but it does provide an awful lot of information about the life of Clarke. Again, that link is on that document. This is a diagram of the Clarke Calculator. Now, it's not a calculator like you would imagine a calculator these days, with nice LED sort of screens and pressing buttons to make it work. It's a tool that was used with grid lines, and as you move the tool around, it did the calculations for you, and you eventually came up to an answer into a number using a series of grids and matrices, which you can see all at the side. Quite a complicated thing to design, let alone make and use. So your task today is to do a biography sheet on who was Edith Clarke. So her firsts, and what I mean by her first, she was the first woman to do an awful lot of things. So what things did she do that was the first? She was, for example, the first woman to get an engineering degree from Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Then there's a biography detail, so a place of birth, where she was born, a date of birth, when she was born, when she died, how old was she, and education, where did she go to school, where did she go to university. A bit of personal information. Was she married? Who was her husband? Did she have any children? You know, what were her likes? What were her dislikes? And then a few facts about Edith's career. What jobs did she do? What did she create while she was doing those jobs? So, for example, she was involved in the Hoover Dam, and she created her calculator. She also taught at Texas University. So she did an awful lot in her life. So it's about putting those information as facts down onto the sheet. This is a sheet that you will have on the website. So it doesn't need to be sent out by Dojo because you can access it from the school website as a downloadable document. Once you pull up that PDF, if you simply click on the link, it will open up and take you to the website that you need to be on. And that's it, guys. Enjoy. Bye-bye.